Welcome to the channel, guys. We are back again, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 3 fragrances for Christmas, so stay tuned for that. And if you like fragrance reviews, first impressions, and top picks lists, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do appreciate it. Now, usually I would be doing a first impression Friday, but I decided it's Christmas. I'll do something a little bit special. And First Impression Fridays will be back next Friday, so don't worry about that. I have not dropped the ball on that one. I still do enjoy doing them, and I like to see that you guys enjoy watching them. But I decided to do this one, again, Christmas, get a little bit in the spirit, and there are certain fragrances for me that I think are perfect for Christmas Day. So you know what? Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to give one honorable mention. I don't know if it's because I don't know that it's necessarily perfect for Christmas Day. It is good, and the reason I think it's good is because it's something really cozy that I think you can snuggle up in front of the fireplace with, which a lot of people do on Christmas Day, and that is, of course, by the fireplace. It is just that very nice, warm, sweet chestnuts roasting on an open fire, which is sort of an image that you get with Christmas, or at least I do. I think of that song, and it makes me think of Christmas, and you know, it's very cozy and sweet and alluring. So I think that is a nice choice, but it is an honorable mention because while I do think it's nice for that kind of thing, just because of the mood that it sets, I don't know how Christmassy the fragrance really is, but it is definitely bordering on Christmassy. Now, number three, actually, it was something that someone who turned out to be a viewer of the channel, so if you are watching, hello, did ask on Facebook. They had 3 fragrances, pick one for Christmas, and actually I thought one of them was a really good one. I'm going to include it, and that is Naxos. Why I think Naxos? Also because, like By the Fireplace, it is a cozy fragrance. So it's not cozy in the same way, but it is one that is very inviting, very alluring, and very powerful. So it does certainly have this very luxurious quality to it that sort of is cozy and alluring. It also has this tobacco honey mixture that just really does actually a little bit feel like Christmas baking or something like that. Like it to me, this is not obviously a gourmand or a full gourmand, although some people do refer to this as a gourmand fragrance. There is a certain quality to it that just makes me think of that kind of thing, that kind of cool day, nice treats, nice sweet treats. And you know, I'm gonna do a full review on this one because I haven't yet, but it is a great fragrance. Really good performance. A lot of people compare it to Pure Van. I know I mention that every time. I know it gets mentioned a lot. But, you know, with good reason, there are definite similarities. This is, of course, a much more upscale and better version. And at least from what I understand, the Pure Havana now does not perform very well. This one, very strong performer. Good longevity as well. So I do like that one. Now, the next one is actually, I mean, it's one that I've had other people tell me when I'm wearing it that it smells like Christmas. So that is definitely one of the reasons why it made it on this list. Now, it is, of course, a good fragrance, good for the cold, good for getting cozy with, and I think that's another reason why it's good to put on this list, but that is Spice Balm Extreme. Now, this one, I think it's something about the sweetness and the spices that does give you that sort of festive attitude, that it has that cozy warmth that you think about. Maybe, again, you're in front of a fireplace, you've got treats around, and you're opening presents or whatever the case is, and it just gives you that kind of a vibe. And so I've actually had a couple people, when I'm wearing this, mention that it smells like Christmas. This is one, opens up very spicy. Now the OG, the original, also is probably pretty good for this occasion, but to me it's not quite the same. It's a little bit more almost like Coca-Cola gummies. This still has a little bit of that vibe, but it's more of a sweet fragrance. I don't get as much of the spice. And this one, to me, the spice is a lot more peppery. You get a big peppery blast in the opening of this one. It does have a little bit of sweetness that then gives way to a lot more of this vanillic sweetness and warmth, alongside some background pepperiness. And so sort of the sweetness and pepperiness, the spiciness changes dynamics throughout the fragrance. Goes from a spicy sweet to a sweet spicy. Performance on this one, now for me, this is amazing. I have a 2018 bottle. And I have heard from some people that the performance now on newer bottles is not very good. I can at least say that for 2018, it's very good. The one that I have, more than anything, because I personally will get sillage of this for 8+ hours. Like, I'll be constantly surprised when I get another whiff of it because it just lasts so long. Does project quite strong in the opening, so I've had people even tell me when I first spray this on that it can be a little bit overbearing or too strong, and that's the biggest thing, at least if you have a bottle that performs. I do find this one very, very strong in the opening. The first initial spray, or whatever you go, I usually go 3-4 sprays on this one. The first half an hour can be really in your face, very peppery. That eventually dies down. It gets a little bit of that Coca-Cola gummy vibe and then becomes a lot sweeter as well. But anyways, good performance in the bottle that I have. I thought it'd be fair and mention that some people have complained about newer bottles though. So be aware of that. And we're on to the number 1 spot. And this one I've heard from numerous people. So Spice Balm, I've heard from a couple people that it was, it smells like Christmas. This next one, it's going to be my scent of the day for Christmas Day, which will be today when this video comes out. And I've had a lot of people say this reminds them of Christmas way more than Spice Balm, and that is Wajan by Parfums de Marly. Now, some people compare this, a lot of people compare this to Ambre Narguile and now to Angel Share. There is definitely a similarity in that DNA there. That sort of sweet cinnamon type of vibe, especially that I find Angel Share has in common with this one. But this one, to me, I mean, they are quite different, even though that they have a similar DNA. So you could, if you have Angel Share, could easily be also a very nice choice. But this one, Honey Cinnamon Balm. Now, it does have osmanthus. I mean, that gives some people the impression of apple pie. Because it does have a bit of a fruity smell. On my skin, the osmanthus is not that strong. I do get a little bit off the nozzle, but at least when I'm smelling it on myself, I don't get a ton of that apple vibe. So to me, Honey Cinnamon Balm, this one is a projector. So Parfums de Marly, of course, they're known for that. And this one is no slouch in that department. It performs very, very well. If I'm going out, I might put on 3 sprays max because it really does perform very, very well. Good longevity. You can push the 10-hour mark on this one, and several feet of sillage. And that's basically based on other people's comments. But like I said, a couple people have, well, not a couple, like I said, several people have mentioned this smells like Christmas. And I think, again, it just has that sort of warm, cozy kind of feeling you get in front of the fireplace on Christmas, and it has that baked good kind of a feel as well, which definitely makes you think of all those Christmas treats and all those types of things. So this one is going to make it to the absolute top of the list, and this one is absolutely fantastic. So another thing I guess I will mention, Parfums de Marly. The one thing, or one of the things I love about the brand is that there are a lot of people on the gray market. If you do look, if you don't know about this, especially if you're in America, there are a lot of US sellers that have really, really good prices on brand new in box Parfums de Marly fragrances. I think I paid $130 for this. And, for 120 mil, that is a fantastic price. This thing lasts forever. So, I think it's a really good deal. And if you haven't tried this one and you like Ambre Narguile, or you've tried Angel Share and you like that one, this one is a similar DNA to that. It has that honey cinnamon apple pie DNA, and I think you will absolutely enjoy this one as well. So, I'm going to end the video there. I'm going to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate Christmas, do enjoy this time as much as you can, despite, the current situation in the world. So do try and spend time with family, friends as much as you can. And enjoy the day, enjoy the time that you have. So, that's it. Like I said, those are my top 3 Christmas fragrances. Leave a comment down below. What will you be wearing on Christmas Day? And do you have any recommendations for anyone else on what you think is the best or some of the best Christmas fragrances? And don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.